Hello and welcome to Smarter Goals and Objectives today. Had some trouble with my Facebook viewer, so I'm just going to pre-record this and I'll share it with you all. So, the goal for this short session this morning is being able to write smart or smarter goals and objectives. Goals are overarching. They change. It's the change that you want to see, the change that you are working towards. This is, if you're working with individual clients, it could be something like wanting to be able to engage with your kids better. Maybe you, as an individual person, you want to be able to wear the summer dress that you've always been wanting to wear. For something like your grants, you're going to scale that up. It's going to be bigger. Our clients are going to experience less depression. Our clients are going to have more nutrition, better quality of life. These are the things that we want to see. It's the change that we're working towards. Whereas objectives are specific. Objectives is the impact, the outcome. They are the specifics of that. So if we're talking about improved nutrition, we're going to be measuring that with smaller objectives like eating 3 meals a day, getting the calories that we need to get, following the food pyramid 70% of the time, those types of specifics. I do have a worksheet for you. You can go to our Free Stuff webpage and download that sheet from there. And if you've done the logic model lessons with us, you can use your outcomes to help flesh out your goals and objectives. Nice little cheat there. So, SMART or smarter stands for something. S means specifically mention who, what, when, where, and why. M is measurable. Can you measure this? Is this something that you can actually get some data for, whether it's qualitative data or quantitative data? How are you going to measure this? Is this measurable? Achievable. Is this something that we can actually do given all the variables, given the time frame, given the amount of dollars we're asking for, given the staff that we have and the capacity that we're at? Is this achievable? Is it relevant? Do these goals and objectives even match our mission, the work that we're trying to do, the point of this program, the point of this department? And then time bound. When we work on something like objectives that help us reach our goal, we need to have some time bounds in place, some time limits in place. So for writing the goal, this would be, think about the mission of your project: to decrease food insecurity with homebound seniors in order to maintain and improve quality of life for those aging in the Ann Arbor area. So the mission of the project is to decrease food insecurity and improve quality of life or maintain it. A lot of times within the aging sector, maintenance is what we're going for. So if this is the mission, the goal of the project, let's run it through SMART. Who? Seniors. What? Food insecurity. When? It wasn't addressed in this goal. We need to make sure that it's addressed somewhere else. And that we're thinking about the time bound. Probably in the objectives is where we're going to include that. Where? Ann Arbor. Why? Quality of life. So that's specific. That was the S. Usually I do my goals with the S. So 3 objectives. Objectives are how to measure your goal. We're making 120 grocery deliveries over 1 year after receiving full funding for the project. 75% of our clients or more will report a decrease in food insecurity after 6 months of receiving services, and 75% of clients or more will report maintaining or improving their quality of life after 6 months of receiving services. So is this measurable? Are all these objectives measurable? Yeah, we say 120, 75, 75. These things that we've put out there, there is a measurement to it. Is it achievable? Well, 120 deliveries means that we need to have 10 clients for all 12 months, or we're going to have more clients than that if we're going to be able to reach that number. Lots of older adults, especially homebound older adults, need to take trips to the hospital. They have families in town. Someone else delivered food to them, and so they don't need this delivery. Lots of reasons that will impact this number you have. And so, from an achievability standpoint, that might be tight, depending on your program. Is it relevant to the mission? We're going to assume that it is. And then time bound. We talk about 1 year. We talk about 6 months. These are achievable things, or time bound related things. So I said there's also this SMARTER framework. E would stand for evaluation. I really, really encourage all of my clients to think about evaluation as you're developing your goals and objectives. So, you're talking about quality of life, improving their quality of life. How are you going to evaluate that? What are your measures for that? Right? So, grocery deliveries, that's a measure. That is a thing that we can say yes or no to. It's actually called a nominal level of measurement. 75% clients or more will report a decrease in food insecurity. That's probably going to be something like a Likert scale, which would actually be an ordinal level of measurement for you evaluators out there. It could also be a yes or no. Depends on how you want to frame the question and what types of answers you want to give to your clients. But this improving quality of life, is that something that you can actually evaluate well? And think about reevaluation. So there could be an opportunity for you to finesse and to adjust, to pivot some of the work that you're doing. Maybe sometimes people think about reevaluation as those check-in points. So you do your pre-survey, you have a 6-month survey, and then you have a 12-month survey. How is all of that playing into this work and this project that you're going to do? It's really going to help your goals and objectives be that much stronger if you can think about evaluation and reevaluation. So in short, that was a short and sweet, right? The goal of this was by the end of the lesson, you will have learned how to write measurable goals and objectives. I gave you the SMART framework. I showed you an example. And now your objectives, right? To know that you've actually gotten to your goal, to complete that SMART worksheet, to write out one goal, and to write out 3 objectives. This doesn't have to be perfect your first time running through. I just want you to do it. I want you to just write it out on your SMART worksheet and then turn that into a goal and 3 objectives. Take 30 minutes for it and let me know how it goes. Thanks, y'all.